Is this the week that everything, I mean everything, changes for Bitcoin? Well, it's up to Dirty Gary Gensler, I suppose, so there's that. Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea, hey. Good morning, everybody. My name's pianomattyb. That is Scaramucci's. This is your morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano Zamboni ringing that. The FOMO index has remained at 71, locked in a state of Monty Burnsianian greed. Bitcoin dominance is 52.7%. 24-hour volume is 59 billion. The overall market cap, 1.63 trillion. Give or take 100 million. Well, is this the week, or so we're told, that the ever-elusive Bitcoin spot ETF will get approved? Or will it? They could still deny it, sure. Kick the can down the street till March, I suppose. But I don't see that happening. It feels like the ducks, my friends, are by the pond. And with the U.S. government finally getting behind Bitcoin, and by the U.S. government, I mean BlackRock. They are the U.S. government, after all. The string pullers, the puppet masters. It comes down to whether they're ready to pull the trigger. BlackRock says jump. Gary Gensler says, how high, sir? After doing absolutely nothing all weekend, but watching Bar Wars reruns on Spike, price action did peak out slightly above our channel of eternal monotony at 44.4, only to get rejected down past the 20 and the 50 moving average, finding a bottom and a bounce at 43.2, and has pushed back up to a time of production 43.9, which is essentially where we left off last Friday. It almost feels like we're in the lobby of Fortnite waiting for the game to commence. There's movement but no action. There's action but no movement. We are, however, at the top of our channel, making an attempt to break resistance, which is better than looking for support, down at 41.4. At the end of the day, if you join this channel with support at 41.4 and resistance at 44.1, you'll be able to tell whether we're bullish because we've broken above 44.1, or we're bearish by retesting 41.4. But anything in between is just the Fortnite lobby, waiting for the game to commence. Now over on the ding-dong, you can see we're also at the top of our channel, testing and retesting the 20 moving average for support. Tell me that we did nothing all weekend without telling me we did nothing all weekend. And I'll show you basically 4 spinning top candles, which are signals of market equilibrium, where the bulls and the bears are both whistling Dixie in the pit stop, sitting on their hands and waiting. I am a fan of these wicks. On the downside, getting eaten up when we dip. That's telling us that there are buyers chomping at the bit for a pullback, waiting to get more exposure to Bitcoin when the price falls. You can see that the wick buybacks are bigger and longer than the wick sell-offs, which tell us the bulls are actually in control despite the market equilibrium we are experiencing as we wait for this week's news. Quick quick look at the Wookiee. Sees we did close this week green, making this week stay green price at or above 43.9, where we currently are at time of production. My level of interest, obsidianally speaking, is 46.7. That is our next target to keep our papers on. And as the pins and needles start mating with the stomach butterflies and the goosebumps, it is and has always been your patience that has gotten you here to this historic point in humanity, and it is your patience that will carry you to your next phase of wealth for the rest of your life and the rest of your family's life. You're the change that your family probably doesn't even know exists, but that's all right. That's not important. What's important is that someone needed to make that change, and that someone was you. And when you look at that, my friends, the sun's up. It's another beautiful day here on planet Earth, a day none of us are guaranteed. We're not guaranteed these days, but we're lucky enough to have them anyway. So get out there and knock them dead. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's the long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day. And we'll be going live right away, so grab yourself a coffee, join me for a quick one, and by all means, sing it with me now. Around the banks of boom to Spain, Bitcoin, crypto, morning tea. Hey, whoa, cha-cha-cha-ching. Looks like I didn't check the end of that edit. I just went, you know what? I think I'm good. I think I took care of all the edits. I think I'm good. Turns out the one last part of it, I didn't edit out. It's supposed to go cha-cha-cha-ching. Then it cuts out. But I guess I didn't get that far. That's so funny because it was such a weird morning today. This is I've done this maybe a handful of times. What I'm about to say I've done is that at 4 a.m. when I'm starting all this, the gear and the production, there's a certain things that I sometimes forget, and it kills me when I forget it because just imagine this. It's 4 a.m. Everything's quiet. You're just starting your production on your TA video about Bitcoin. And I have to press record on my software called Ecamm, which records internally. And then I also record to, what is it called? Audition, which is basically just capturing the audio by itself so I can manipulate the audio after. So I have to press them both. And this morning, I thought I pressed them both. So I did the whole video. I recorded the video, right? And usually that takes about 12 minutes. A good day is 8 minutes. A bad day is 15 minutes, right? So this one took about 12 minutes because I stumbled a bit on stuff. And so when I was done, I looked at the audition where the audio was supposed to be recorded. And Lord love a duck if I didn't press record. So for a split second, I think to my head, well, maybe I can just use the audio from Ecamm. I can't because I need the continuation of the piano to make certain edits. So I had to go and do the video, record the video again. So what we saw there was the second take of the video, which wasn't so bad because truth be told, every time I've done a second take, it's kind of a little better. I'm a little more familiar with it because essentially I'll write the script, but I won't rehearse the script. I'll just write it with little goalposts for chords. So it's like I got to hit C here. I got to hit A minor here just so I know where I got to be within the script. And then I'll try to wing it. So it's essentially a one-take Jones usually. But when I do screw it up and I have to do it a second time, it's a lot more simpler. So for instance, the first time took me about 12 minutes. The second time took me about almost 8. So I didn't have all the corrections that I usually did. And that is the long-winded story of this Monday morning. My second biggest fear, and this is the one that will probably, if it did come true, propel this channel to one of those million sub channels, is that in my Ecamm, I have this little slider that says record to hard drive or stream live. And now, of course, in order to make this live stream, I have to click it to stream live, and then it goes live. I just press the button, the blue button, and it goes live. So my biggest fear is that one morning I forget to switch it to record, or I'm just so kind of Monday morning, it's 4 a.m. I'm not functioning at a high level. I just think, oh, I gotta go. I guess I'm streaming it, and I hit stream and I go live, and I actually record the edit live, because make no mistakes, I do have some freakouts when I'm recording. Like if I make the same mistake, it's like a carpenter. If you've ever listened to like your dad or someone, fixing someone in the basement, there's a lot of swears. There's a lot of God damn it's, and a lot of, you know what I mean? There's a lot of very male carpenter-esque swears. And I'm no different. If I make some mistakes, I'll start, throwing a little fit on my own. And so that would be what you would see. I mean, it would not many people would see it, because it'd be about 4:30 in the morning when this would happen. But that is my biggest fear. And so when little things like this happen where I forget to press record, it's just as easy to forget to switch it to live. Anyway, this is a long-winded explanation for a 3-second edit malfunction, which is kind of fun, because I mean, one day I'll probably make a how I make these videos video. I'm not ready to do it now, because there's a certain, like I said before, if you were to see what this studio looks like without the green screen, it would probably be disappointing, because it would be, I would imagine it's better to think that I'm in this luxurious studio, and with a great view and nice gear. It's not really like that. I've told you before, this is all being filmed on an iPhone 6S, if you can believe it, an iPhone 6S, which is, I would never use that as a phone, but it is, it's a 1080p camera. I don't really do 4K because it all kind of gets squashed down to 1080 anyway. So that's the camera I use, and then it's just a simple green screen. One day I will make how I make these videos. So stay tuned for that. It'll happen in the next 3 years. Let's see what's going on here with it. Did we get the approval? I don't know. When I look at these charts, and look at what's happening. So there's a lot of weird things happening. So all of these characters, this is a Chucky Tweddle, this is Fish, and that's Dust Peach. They're all frozen in animation, and I can't. When I press play, they don't start up. So all my helpers are just frozen today, like the market was all weekend long. Look at that. That's a boring weekend. Nothing. So these 3 candles. This happened. Like I said on the video, I made that edit at 43.9. So it's it's gone up $1,000 in that time, and it looked like that was kind of approval fodder, right? But this isn't God Candelicious enough. This is just kind of Monday morning hype. It could be from the new filings that people are trying to. There's now like bidding wars for how much they're going to charge you to buy Bitcoin from them, which is, it's a good start. Don't get me wrong. It's a good start that all these noobs and pension plans and institutions and family offices and whatnot can get exposure to Bitcoin via the ETF. However, that's not the way I would suggest people do. And I would suggest you buy it and hold it. Be your own custodian. You're a big boy. You can handle the responsibility of taking care of your own Bitcoin without BlackRock. Because, I mean, not that I don't trust BlackRock. I mean, BlackRock's a great company. They have everyone's best interests at heart. They've never done anything nefarious ever, and they probably never will. And if they do, it'll be a complete accident. Let me tell you that. There's nothing bad I could say about BlackRock. At the same time, I could probably make 1,000 videos on how bad they may or may not have been. Anyway, like I said, grab your Bitcoin. Self-custody, that's the way to do it. But it's a start. So what I imagine is that these people will get their exposure into hey, it's Miss Teen Crypto. Welcome, Randy. They'll get their exposure to Bitcoin, and then down the rabbit hole they will go, and they'll slowly start learning. And I think once they start learning, they will slowly take it off and realize, oh, Jesus, I don't think being in BlackRock or being buddies with BlackRock and having them be the custodian to my Bitcoin is perhaps in my best interest or in my family's interest. So maybe I'll get it out. And that's what we're seeing. So this isn't God Candelicious enough by any means. This is just approval fodder, conjecture, hijinks, and calamity. So it's not the biggest deal. Miss Teen Crypto, make sure everyone hits her channel right after this. I think she's, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, Randy. Are you 8:45 or are you 8:30? Either way, check out her stream. Lots of good information on that, as always. It's this bull run is the bull run for creators like myself and Randy. This is going to be our time where we escalate with the Bitcoin price. Bitcoin goes up, our channels go up. That's what I'm thinking anyway. Let's take a look at the ding dong here. The daily chart. Yes, 9:45 Eastern, which is for me 8:45. So jump on her stream after this one. By all means, look at this. Look at this resistance. I mean, how long did we put this in here? It's been here forever, and we just end up hitting it. We just went ting. See, the last time I hit E, it wasn't ting, it was an F. E flat. Ting, we hit the thing, we've come down. This is what we got to do. It's 45.2. See, had this come in a little bit later or a little bit earlier, I could have done a video. Well, we talked about this. I miss your song, Bitcoin Crypto Morning TA. Can you sing it for me right now? Well, I'd still do it all the time. It was Bit Boy Crypto Morning TA. But then, now it's Bitcoin Crypto Morning TA. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I screwed that up. That's lucky that wasn't on that edit, because I had to go back and do it a couple times. I swore a couple times. God damn it. It's 4:30 in the morning. Anyway. Straddling this 20 moving average, this is a good sign. Look, every time we go back, like I think I said on was it the ding dong? I like the look of these wicks, because this is telling me the length of the wicks at the bottom are longer than the sell-off wicks, which means when we get down, the bulls come back in full force and they just buy it up. Usually every time we get underneath this 20 moving average, kaboom, we get boughten up. Is boughten up boughten up? Boughten up. Button up, buddy. And here is the sell-off wicks. They're weak. You know, we just hit a certain degree of resistance and come back down. But check out this. Tell me that we did nothing all weekend without telling me we did nothing all weekend. And there is basically 3 spinning tops of market Xanadu equilibrium, where the bulls and the bears agree. They handshake. You know, yeah, we're good here. Let's all take a break. But when I made the video, you can see here, we are right here. This was a spinning top as well. The cha-cha-ching just makes the jingle. Yeah, you know, I always thought that I would have a career in jingles. I used to write jingles for my buddies. So for their answering machines, they would I'd write a jingle for them, and they would put on their answering machines. So I thought, well, maybe if I keep doing this, I'll get a job as a jingle maker. But there really aren't any jingle makers, just like there aren't really any more movie trailer voices. That was also one of my dream jobs, was to be a movie trailer voice, so I could go, in a world bound by human pain comes one man, introducing John Foster Crypto, an Academy Award winner, Miss Teen Crypto, based on the best-selling novel by John Grisham. Bitcoin be thy name. That would be my dream job, to be the movie trailer voice. But as I got older and I came into that environment where I could do it, they said, you know what, we're not going to do movie trailer voices. No one likes them. And I disagree. I think everyone loves the movie trailer voice. We're just used to not having it anymore. And when I do go to movies, which is rare, once a year maybe I'll go to a movie, I'll get dragged to a movie. I'm there for the movie trailers. And when there's no movie, I start complaining to the person. I'm like, what's with the no movie trailer? This is brutal. Let's get out of here. This is a waste of my time. And anyway, that's why no one invites me to movies anymore. So, like I said before, until we're up and over this, which is 45.2, we did ting it. 45.2. We want to be. This is the Fortnite lobby right here. We're just waiting for players the game to commence. All in here. I mean, we've been here. This is the 23rd. Now we're on January 8th. We're just in the Fortnite lobby, waiting for players to commence. We're about to hit that little balloon that takes us and we parachute down. I know this because I watched my nephew play Fortnite last night. And truth be told, I played one game myself because my sister was like, you know what, you and her husband, his name's John, you guys should make a YouTube video as lame dads talking about not knowing how to play Fortnite. Here, try it. And sure, it was pretty funny because I couldn't do anything. And I don't know what are the buttons. Why can't I hit this hammer? Why am I making this? Why can't I jump? And then essentially 30 seconds later, some noob took me out of the game. And that was it. That was my first and only Fortnite, and I'll probably never, ever play it again. So long story short, it would be a funny video. It'd be like 40 plus dads playing video games that they don't know how to play. It would be pretty funny, actually, now that I think about it. And over on the Wookiee, we are still in our own Fortnite lobby. This is a bigger one, though, because what is resistance? Is it 39.6 yet? Oh, no, it's, holy smokes, it's 35.5. You know, I could probably raise this. Let's raise this up here. Make this support, which is, 39.6. That's that gap, right? So let's just graduate to that, make this our support. Now we can do that. We can do anything we want. And we can, and these lines are arbitrary, some say, this is what I'm putting it here just to see where the action is here. We have a lot of closed candles. That's why it does make sense at 39.6. And it also makes sense at 39.6 because that's the CME gap. But who cares about the CME gap? That's the cult of the CME gappers. Same as the cult of the golden crosses. Is it here? Yeah, here we go. There's the golden cross. The weekly golden cross. You see a lot of stories about it. Got a super chat. Dave Digital, the wrench. He says, Miss Randy Hipper, a couple of chocolate chips and some hearts and some pianos. Dave Digital, the goat. Thank you for the super chat, Dave. Why mods blocking all chats? There are none of the mods in here, One Hit Wonder, are blocking anything. It probably is. I've opened this channel wide open because at the end of last bull run, I put all these words that couldn't be said because they're all scammers, right? So I took all the scammers' words out. But what happened is that there were so many scammers and so many words that scammers use that just normal people in the chat would be wouldn't be able to put in any comments. So I took it off, and guess what? That day, the scammers came back. So we're gonna see more scammers as the bull run hits. We have already seen an escalation, and I'm not gonna take them out because it used to take me like 20 minutes going in there. Report. I think everyone in this community is educated investors. They know, and yes, maybe some will get caught. Maybe some will get caught by these scammers, but I don't think obviously any of you will ever get caught. So I'm not going to take them out. I'm not going to put in the words to cancel them either. So it's a wide open one-hit wonder on here. There's not much going on. I guess if you were to say something not nice, maybe the mods would click it, but really, ask any of the mods. This community is essentially 99% clean, fun, and supportive. So it's not much work. They're just mods there. They're just there. So that's it. That's all. Everybody, it looks like John Foster Crypto. Shout out to my kid, the youngest mod in crypto history. Randy is going to change the word. Randy or Raddy? I'm putting in the end. My mind put in the end. I don't see the end there though. John Foster Crypto. It is Randy. Okay, Randy's going to change the world. How about the low IQ YouTube ads with Michael Saylor voiceovers? Are you telling me that there's someone doing Michael Saylor voiceovers, or is it actually Michael Saylor and they're just, I've seen those. They're like lives, right? Lives that just kind of use an old video, and people get caught with the old, send us a Bitcoin and we'll send you 2. And of course, people are like, wait a second, let me do the math on that. I send them 1. They send me 2. I like that. I'm going to do it. But I would hazard to guess that anyone, it's a weak impression of Saylor. Well, that's because they don't take the, Michael Saylor's voice is up kind of in the nasal pocket. It's higher than most. It's higher than most men. It's almost like Jordan Peterson. And then when he's talking, he usually puts little things like when he says Manhattan, that's what he likes to say a lot. Michael Saylor likes to say Manhattan a lot. He compares Bitcoin to Manhattan. And that's my Michael Saylor. I'm going to leave you with the Michael Saylor impression. I'm working on it. I think that when I get up there, it's also kind of like Jordan Peterson, but Jordan Peterson kind of has more gravelly every now and then, and he uses his hands a lot. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you very much for tuning in. Head over to Miss Teen Crypto's channel, Randy. Check her out, and let's hope that we hit 40. Let's see. I got to go back down here. I'm losing the momentum of that goodbye right there. 46.7 is what I'm keeping my papers on this weekend or this Monday morning. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow. Make sure you like and subscribe and share this